Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc Schlock, where it's a review of the movie The Gate 2 Trespassers. Oh, goodness. You know, some sequels can live up to be as good as the first one, and others, for some strange, odd reason, they just kind of veer off and try to be worse than the first. The Gate 2 takes place 5 years after the first one, and our hero and one of our two heroes from the first one, Terry, well, actually he wants to be called Terrance. In this one, he's living with his dad, who's gone into alcoholism, and his mom has passed away. Well, he decides to break into his friend Glenn's house, who you might remember was one of the first two heroes in the first one, to try to basically find the object, to try to, you know, conjure up the old spirits and everything like that from the first movie, because he's able to get this minion that grants wishes, but like in another familiar franchise, any wish that is made can have dire consequences, but they're not as bad. He gets in there and he finds out there are these two guys these two guys named John and Mo that are already in there, and there's a girl that apparently Terrance likes, named Liz. They're in there in the house too, messing around. So Terrance talks the three of them into doing this little ritual to bring the spirits back. I don't know why. I mean, you know, you would think to yourself, you know, after the first go-around, you wouldn't want to do it again, but I guess Terrance feels that his life is completely boring, and maybe having demons coming up in the backyard again might do some good. So, yeah. So a minion is brought in, and the minion grants any wish of the four. John and Mo wants to be filthy rich, so they get their wish. Then they get turned into some minions of the little demon. Terrance and Liz find this jewelry box that is the source of good. That was Terrance's mom's jewelry box. Yeah.
Playing heavy metal records.
No. Then Liz gets kidnapped by the demonic John and Mo, because they need her to be sacrificed. Terry goes to find her in the dark world. He winds up turning into a demonic monster, but then is able to throw the good jewelry box into the gate. Terrance dies. Liz cries. John and Mo also die. We're then taken to a funeral for Terrance, but then Terrance pops up out of his casket. Liz is happy to see him, and they walk off together. Then John and Mo pop out of the casket and basically feel like, you know, who needs women when they have all this money they're supposed to have? A little weird that 3 people fit into one casket. That's a very good question. But there you pretty much have it. Far as I know, there was not a Gate 3, but I don't know, maybe after this one it wasn't such a bad idea. The movie starred Louis Tripp, who reprises his role as Terrance for this one. He's the only one who came back for this one. Stephen Dorff wanted nothing to do with this movie, and I don't blame him. The first Gate movie, good movie. This one, not too good. But not all of them can be good. The Gate 2, Trespassers. There's only one thing more terrifying than the first visit, the second. That's a good reason not to watch this. If you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. And if you have a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that made you wish to God, or maybe some demonic minion you had not seen it, or possibly the sequel, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you so very much for watching, and until next time, for Doc Schlock, as always, stay strong and rock on.